Have you ever wondered how far you can get with only 100 hours in My Singing Monsters? No? Well, I have! And in this video, I created a whole new account just to see that. This is probably the video I put the most time and effort into, so a big fat subscribe or a like would be very much appreciated. Not even joking, this is the first time I've heard the loading screen song since I've been banned. I actually just love the feeling of a fresh new start, even though I had 30,000 gems on my old account. Right, the first instruction it gave me is to buy a noggin. The amount of nostalgia I'm getting right now, you don't understand. Now, while I'm doing this tutorial, I think this is the best time possible to tell you my plan for this video. In this video, I want to be as efficient as possible, and that means only spending gems when necessary and using those gems as efficient as possible. Also, I want to name every single monster, and I'll also be setting myself goals throughout the video. Now, here I already make my first mistake. Let's see if any of you can notice. Even though the game did tell me to speed it up, I could have just waited and saved an extra gem. Well, at least I got Mammoth. But then I learned from my mistakes and I waited for the bakery to finish cooking, even though the game is telling me to speed it up. So then I waited the longest 5 minutes of my life to save 1 gem. And after I feed my monster, I can finally collect my daily bonus since I now have finished the tutorial. And I think it's best to say this now, this is the only point in the game where goals are actually useful, so I need to take advantage of it. And just to be as efficient as possible, I chose to do the memory game. These rewards don't look like much, but they meant a lot to me at this stage in the game. With my new riches from the memory game, I chose to level up my monsters, and I almost forgot to give my mammoth a nickname. Luckily, there was 15 diamonds in the inbox. I thought it would be a worthy investment to try and do the memory game again, since the amount of XP I get is very much worth it. Almost level 8 from that one memory game. And you know what that means? Time to get to breeding. I know how I said I would try and save as many gems as possible, but I'm not waiting 30 minutes for a frog, I'm gonna be honest. I normally recorded these videos at the end of the day, even 12 at times, so I didn't really have any time to be waiting for anything over 30 minutes. But with my brand new frog, I thought it was best to breed a T-Rox. Even though it was pricey to speed up, I thought this would be the best thing to do, because for the next day, I would have a good bit of gold waiting for me. And that also jumped me up to level 9. And I thought might as well make more since it's only 2 gems to speed up in total. Don't forget to name him. Now that I'm level 9, you know what that means? I can finally get Potbelly. And once again, even though I'm trying to save gems, it's worth speeding him up because I'm not waiting 2 hours. And I thought might as well upgrade the castle since it only costs 1 gem to speed up. Can't forget about naming Potbelly. At level 9, the Colossal was now available. And at this level of the game, the Colossal actually gives some decent loot. But I probably got the worst possible option. I also decided to buy Cold Island for 5k gold because why not? I remember back in my day, it used to cost 200k gold. I can't really do much on Cold Island, so my best move was to have all the 1 elementals ready. And while they were in incubation, I went back to Plant Island. For the next few minutes, I was just doing tasks and essential things that I had to do to like progress in the game until I eventually had to decide what I was going to breed. The reason why this decision is important is because it's going to be the last thing I breed until tomorrow. I came to the conclusion of Pummel because I already have a T-Rox and Pummel and T-Rox breed together to make a Jube. And it failed. After an embarrassing failure, I decided to add some friends on My Singing Monsters. Here's my new friend code, by the way. Anyways, my strat was to go on the Oclo Grove Discord, send my new code, and also add a few people. If you are a new player and you're not doing this, what are you doing? Your friends lighting your torches makes breeding 10 times more easier, and you might even get some keys. The Discord servers I recommend is Oclo Grove or the mazztom Discord. Join in the description. I decided to speed up my breeding failure because I want something good to be breeding before I get off. I messed up again, but luckily I got on my 3rd try. I don't think I realized it here, but I just hit a huge milestone in this video. That's right guys, we just passed the 1st hour in this video. Only 99 more to go. Doing some goals for a few minutes until I hit level 10. Yippee! Then I was forced to do this tutorial of the Colosseum, and then finally I was setting up the last few things I had to do until I logged off. I got all the dipsters I could afford, lighted all the torches on my friends list, and did as much as I could on Cold Island. This is what my island looks like at the end of day 1, ended with these resources and level 10. See you tomorrow. The most satisfying thing about a new day is collecting all the stuff you set up from yesterday. I got enough XP from collecting that I leveled up. I collected about 38k gold from all my resources, so by this point the memory game is basically useless. Now it was only now I started to realize there wasn't much to do on this day, so I did eventually do the memory game. But after that I was completely stumped. I decided Bogart was going to be the thing I would breed till tomorrow. And now I had no clue what to do. Now I could easily afford Air Island, but there wouldn't be much point because I wouldn't get much out of it. Now this is going to be the most controversial part of the video. All I'm saying is that if I didn't do this, this video would be a nothing burger. This controversy stems from if I should or should not make an in-game purchase. The reason why I think it's fair for me to make one in-game purchase is because there's something called premium, and that means once you've made one purchase in My Singing Monsters, you're able to unlock pretty essential things. So yeah, I still do consider this legit. And don't think this was all my decision. I asked around and the majority of people said yes, but only one purchase. But I still gave it a second thought while I was lighting the torches on my friends list. And I bought it! I probably made the best use of my one purchase by buying the warm-up starter pack, which gives me a bit of everything. Now here I was just thinking what I should spend all my new riches on. My first purchase was upgrading the castles, because you can't go wrong with it. And at this level it barely makes a dent. My next plan of action was cleaning all the obstacles, because it's one of the best, or if not the best way of making XP. Then I finally bought some torches for my friends to light. And then I was like, might as well buy Air Island because it doesn't cost that much. But actually doing stuff on it is pretty pricey. Like the castle cost 100k gold. So that means there was literally no point of me getting Water Island because it would be even more expensive. But even though it didn't benefit me, I did what I could on Air Island. And I was really trying to resist myself from spending any of my gems. Because on the final day, I'm planning to spend all of them as a finale. For the next few minutes, I was just doing some vital things that I missed out. And my first gem purchase was an extra breeding structure and an extra nursery. And by this point, I just realized I forgot to breed Drumpler, which only cost 2 gems to speed up. And now that I had an extra nursery free, I decided to do the scratch card. I mean, beggars can't be choosers. I had an empty breeding station, so I decided to breed a Clamble, and I sped it up because I wanted something breeding while it was in incubation. I didn't have many options to breed other than 2 plant elementals and Embrat. I went with Embrat because it gives a good bit of gold. No! What a depressing way to end the day. Anyway, on day 2, I ended with these monsters, these resources, and this level. And for comparison, on day 1, I had this amount of resources, and on day 2, I had this many. Before we go to day 3, I want to set myself a few goals. Goal number 1, send a monster to Gold Island. Goal number 2, complete Plant Island. And when I mean complete, I mean like every monster except rares and epics. And lastly, this could be a bit of a stretch, reach level 20. See you tomorrow. One thing I was excited about this day was clearing the obstacles. And all the things I had in breeding and incubation yesterday, I could finally place. And I actually got something useful from the conundrum. Had a quick check on Cold Island, even though there is no point of me doing anything on it. That goes for Air Island as well. Even though I knew it was going to be pricey, I cleared out all of Cold Island because it gives a good bit of XP. There's no harm in doing the memory game. Upgraded the castle because why not? And here is probably the most important decision of this day. What to breed. Honestly, I made a pretty stupid move here and tried to breed a Gajube and failed without lighting any of my torches as well. But luckily I had 2 breeding stations, and on the other one I made a better decision. Breeding Clamble and Toejammer to make Embrat, because in the case if I mess up and it becomes Toejammer, I only have a minute to wait. So after that minute was done, I tried again and I finally got Embrat! Can't forget to name Pummel. And Clamble. I decided to speed up my T-Rocks because it's a waste of 8 hours waiting for something I already had. And to save some time, instead of sending it to the nursery, I sent it to a Wublin. You guys might call me stupid for this, but I didn't have many options, so I tried to breed Gajube again. and failed, but at least I had my torches lit this time. When I said I removed all the obstacles in Cold Island, I was kind of lying. I avoided moving these big rocks here because they each cost 50,000 gold. And on this island there was about 5 of them, so that each cost about 250k gold. Right here I came to the conclusion that I should sell them because what am I going to do with all my gold? And like I said earlier, this is probably one of the best ways to get XP, and if I want to reach level 20, it's pretty essential. And most things you buy or upgrade with gold, it normally takes a day or half a day to complete, so today's the day I start spending. But the diamonds, therefore another time. I went ahead and upgraded my castle on Cold Island, because that also gives a good bit of XP. And to finish day 3, I lit all my friends' torches. On day 3, I ended with these monsters, and this amount of resources, which is surprisingly less than yesterday. Bruh. See you tomorrow. Warning, before I show you day 4, I just want to let you know this is the day I spend all of my gems. So without further ado, enjoy. Oh, get ready for this. Okay, I really thought I could make it to level 20. I think I set myself too big of a goal. But the other two goals that I set myself, which were complete Plant Island and send one monster to Gold Island. 1 key. Come on. Oh, that means I can get... Then I have all the dipsters. Right, that wasn't a goal on my list, but now I have all of them. Hello? Oh, my Bogart's ready. Bogart just makes the whole song. You could have the Bogart by itself and it would just be... It would be a banger. I'll have to speed this up. Alright, fair enough. I'm going to spend all my gems anyways. Speed this up. Come on. Now, with Emprat, I can breed Ghast. Let's just, like, fill the rest of the torches up with gems, which is a big waste of money, but I don't care. Better get this first try, guys. Second try, guys. My goals were to complete Plant, and I actually haven't completed Plant. I forgot to do all the 2 elementals, and I'm actually running out of gems, so I'm scared. The monsters that I'm missing is probably Furcon, Shrub, and Octopus. Shrub, hello, mate. I've tried to name every single one of them, but like I've become sloppy, but I'll name this guy. Disabled. I need to get Furcon. Furcon didn't benefit me in any way. La la. And the last one out of the Plant 2 elementals, Octopus. And look how fast my gems go down. I still need to get Ghast. I should upgrade my thingy. It would be in my benefit to. Less than 40 gems to try and get Ghast. Pray to the Lord. Please. I've been through so many struggles of being banned. Wasting money on gems again. Promise me I don't have to spend any more gems. It's cold. Oh, wow. I'm so happy. Well, actually, do I have enough? Oh my god, I don't have enough to place him. There's no point of me getting him if I can't even place him. Right, I've got myself 400 gems, which cost me £10. My wallet is drained now. I have no more money in my wallet. We're back to our mission of getting Ghast. Oh my god, look how good it is. You know, while I'm at it, I might as well try and get Sugar Bashunga Juve. Oh, I forgot to name this fella. Let's call him... What? Putin? You did it yourself, my singing monsters, not me. Please, just give me something. I need to complete Plant Island. Yes! Kajube is probably the second best sounding monster on Plant Island other than Bogart. I've almost completed my Plant Island. It's a little messy, but I could clean that up another video. Lord, please. I want to go to bed. Alright, thanks. I'm telling you, God is always watching. I had no doubt that God was watching me. Okay, I've literally got the full Plant Island, not including the Woboxes. I can't believe I gave myself the challenge trying to make it to level 20. I've also got 1 mil gold. Yeah, I know the best thing to spend all my gold on. Getting all the islands. Okay, when I buy this, then all my money's gone. But I'm never gonna use Fire Oasis. And I might as well just upgrade the castle because we're always gonna be upgrading that castle. In 4 days, I got all this. This is all I have to show for 4 days, which isn't bad. I also did spend a lot on gems. The video would have been boring otherwise. Alright, pray for me. Hashtag save mazztom. Love. I'm gonna be honest, I thought that was the final day. That's why I spent all the gems. Because in my head, I thought 4 days, and each day has 24 hours. 4 times 24 is like 96, so basically 100 hours. But what I didn't realize is that it doesn't really count because I have to check every morning. So I wasn't really planning to do this day, but I've still got a plan for today. And that is decorating the island. Right, I need some inspiration for my island. Oh, spin the wheel! Oh my god! Yes! First, I need to do some essential things like upgrading these. Bosh, 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 bosh. Let me get some inspiration from the top islands. As you can already see, this isn't even a Plant Island one. There's a lot of symmetry. I like the torch layout, but I think I've got my own layout that I want to do. I'm definitely adding the morsel. I've got a plan. I like to spread my monsters out as well. Like, you see those little squares, like 2 squares apart from each other? Except from, like, the dipsters, because they don't really count. Maybe this at the front, because it looks cool. This time thing in the center. Oh my god, it's already coming together. Look what I've done so far with over here. I'm saying Emprat right here. I don't really like this. I'll just hide it somewhere. Where's somewhere I can hide it? Over here. No one likes you. I think I could sell these now because all I needed was the achievement for those. Let's put the 3 elementals, like 1 there. Yeah, let's order it by 3 elementals, like descending down on the screen. Oh yeah, no. I'd say these supernaturals, like up the front. They really need to update the layout because I've seen some amazing islands and I'm just thinking, how many hours did that take you? Because I would have a headache trying to do like half of what they did. No, a quarter of what they did. Yeah, I want these really spread out so you can see their full body, each monster's full body. Actually, I'll put these lot at the front. One there. Okay, that's cold. Now I don't have to worry about the dipsters. And then the main three, this guy, and this guy at the front. I don't know why, but Octopus kind of seems like the main character in the middle, but like, why not? Octopus is great. Oh my goodness, this is looking like a proper island. Now it's time for decorations. I feel like that's as much decorating as I'm gonna do. At least the spacing's a little better, and it's more pleasant to look at when I wake up. I don't think I'll be playing on this account actively, but if you want to see 200 hours, subscribe.
Do I